Mickey 17 has just dropped in cinemas across the UK. I didn't see it 17 times, but I have just seen it the once, so let's talk. Hey, welcome back to another video, a brand new movie review. Today I'm talking all about the latest movie, Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattison. It's in cinemas across the UK right now. I just went to go and see it at the gorgeous cinema, the Dome in Worthing in Sussex. Gorgeous cinema. Just went to go and see it. Before I start talking about it though, as always, just a friendly reminder, these are just my thoughts, so don't let this dictate whether or not you decide to go and see it, because you might see it and feel totally differently to me, and that is okay, because movies aren't made to cater for everyone. Without any further ado, let's start chatting about it. And I took a break from my cinema visits. Obviously I've got a Cinema Unlimited card, so that's where I'm going to see all of my movies at the cinema, and I went to go to see it at the Dome in Worthing, which is an independent cinema that's been open since 1911. Wow. Gorgeous cinema, and I checked out this film. Now this film is a fairly long film, just short of 2.5 hours, and it looked good. It had an interesting premise, an interesting vibe, an interesting movie. It was interesting, and I don't think I gelled with it as much as I would wanted to. I feel like they spent quite a lot of time introducing the premise of this film, which I get, and it worked really well, because he showed, like, we began with this clip of him in the present moment, and then he kind of rewound and told his story up till then, and then it seamlessly replayed that first moment again, and I thought it worked really well. I just thought it felt like 40 minutes. I can't tell you for definite, because obviously you don't check your phone during the cinema, but it felt like 40 minutes, and I do feel like it was unnecessarily long. I feel like we could have had that told quite quicker, you know, but it was interesting. I just feel like, for me personally, it didn't have much of a story. It almost tried to cram quite a lot into the film, and there was no main storyline throughout the entire film. There were reoccurring themes and reoccurring things throughout the entire film, but I don't feel like it had a specific storyline throughout the entire 2.5 hours, pretty much, that this film ran on for, if that makes sense. And therefore, because there was nothing really happening, I just wasn't really engaged all the time, you know, and I do feel like that kind of let it down. It's a long film. I don't gel with long films that much. You do have to really have a great film in order for me to love a long film. But having said that, a great score. There's brilliant one-liners throughout the entire thing. I just thought it was absolutely great. The CGI and, you know, the team that worked behind the scenes on making it look like, because obviously Robert Pattinson is in the camera shot and in the frame, but you've got Mickey 17 and Mickey 18, and obviously it's him playing both of them. But the way they did it, and obviously he's in the camera, so it looks like there's two people, but in fact it's just him. He's obviously had to record that twice. The team behind the scenes did a great job at doing that, because it didn't look corny and cheesy. The CGI was brilliant. It works really, really well compared to a lot of other films recently that actually have a little bit of a dodgy CGI, but really, really, really good. I just didn't quite understand why Mickey 18 was such an arsehole. I went to go and see it with my friend Amelia, and Amelia mentioned the fact that the reason he was an arsehole is because something to do with, like, them being, like, remade but having slightly different characteristics. But then I thought, well, that can't be the case, because to begin with, at the very start of the film, they were talking to us about how, like, your memories and your thoughts and everything in here gets programmed, and then when a new body gets made, they insert everything else, so you're just making duplicates. So I'm thinking, why is Mickey 18 such a bloody arsehole? I did think that, you know, and I don't know why he is, but, you know, very nice ending for his character in the entire film, as was the ending of the entire thing. It was a really nice ending. But I feel like I was only more engaged towards the end, because that was some sort of storyline, and, you know, that's why I like the ending so much. But this film is an interesting take, a very interesting concept idea, and they executed it fairly well, but it's just not my cup of tea. It isn't my cup of tea, and I just feel like it lacked any direction, any sense of ending. I don't really feel like there was anywhere noticeably that this film was going, and because of that I just wasn't really as engaged. Or having said that, my friend Amelia said that they could see everything that was going to happen, and they could see, like, especially towards the ending, what was going to happen, which I couldn't. So again, that's what I mean, movies aren't for everyone, and everyone has a lovely different feel and different experience in the cinema, which is why I love movies, and I love the effect that movies have on everyone. But this wasn't my cup of tea, I do have to say. But I'm glad I saw it, and I did enjoy it, you know, but not as much as I thought I would. So there you go, Mickey 17. That's everything I've got to say on that film in cinemas across the UK right now. And as always, before I wrap up, what do I rate it out of 10? And will it be joining this DVD collection right here? Well, I'm giving this film a 4 out of 10. Like I say, I did enjoy it. A lot of one-liners really, really helped me enjoy this film quite a lot. But, you know, it wasn't for me. And with that in mind, will it be joining the DVD collection? No, I'm glad I've seen it, and I think Amelia felt the same way. We're glad we saw it, but it's not going to be one that I'm going to rewatch. But if somebody said to me, should I go and watch that film? I'd definitely say, yeah, go and check it out, because you might really enjoy it. And, you know, I can understand why people do really enjoy this film and similar films. So there you go. Like I say, everything I've got to say on Mickey 17 is in this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, down there in the description below is the movie plot, a link to the movie trailer, as well as a link to my movie review playlist. It features every single movie review that I've ever done. And of course, there's plenty more to come in the rest of March, including Disney's newest live action remake, Snow White, is dropping in a few weeks. Stay tuned to hear my thoughts on that. And I shall see you in another video, and hopefully another movie review very soon.